Yo, what's going on, world? Thanks for tuning in. I am your host, CP The Real, and this is Talk to Me Nice. Joined in the studio, the building with the family, the crew, as usual. Other end of the table, everybody's favorite big homie, Mr. Von Solo. And the queen is back. The queen is back, Miss Tavia. We have a very, very special guest in the building today. Very excited to have her on the show. Big homie, let me get a drum roll. The mogul, the innovator, the trendsetter, the philanthropist, the intelligent, sophisticated, charismatic, Miss Bria Charlise.
All right. All right.
Glad to have you on the show, Miss Bria.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah, we're definitely glad to have you on the show. As tradition on the show, which you've seen many of times, sip of the week. We have modeled this week's sip of the week after you, yours truly. This week's sip of the week is boss shit, specifically tied to Miss Bria Charlise. This is that Mamba mentality, that go get a bag mentality, that own your shit, talk your shit mentality. One time for the one time.
I'll drink to that.
All right.
Boss shit.
Boss shit.
Hey.
Cheers.
There you go. Oh man, we got a lot to talk about today. Man, Bria is here to drop gems, to motivate, and to challenge us all. This week's topic is the vision, and owning that vision. You know what I mean? As an entrepreneur, a lot of people have hopes and dreams, but it's hard to execute those things. So, everybody's not made for entrepreneurship. I believe it's, some things are in you, not on you. But we want to dive all up into your shit today, Miss Bria. You know what I mean? We want to understand, who you are. Let the people know. I know you're a Dallas native, but we want to start with your background. Tell the people who you are, and what you're known for. Because I know you.
Yes. Woo, my background. Let me see. I'm going to fast forward to college.
Okay. That's cool.
So I graduated from DeSoto 2012, and then I ended up going to Texas State my freshman year. Then I transferred. Yes, in San Marcos. I transferred to the University of North Texas. At that time, I didn't know I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I didn't even know I wanted to go into fashion. I was either torn in between fashion or social work because I have a big heart and I love helping people, not to sound cliche. But it was either fashion or social work. So I was like, I don't know which one I wanted to do. I just took an intro class to both. And then I was like, okay, I like social work. But they was like, you can't be attached to the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how to differentiate that sometimes. Because once I get attached to you, then it's like I'm kind of stuck with you. So I was like, I'm going to go fashion. But then I was like, okay, well, I can still help people out with fashion. And then that's when I started working. I ended up transferring to UNT my sophomore year. Okay. So that was like fall 2013. And then I transferred to UNC because their fashion program was really good. They had more to offer than Texas State. Mm-hmm. So fast forward.
Pause real quick. Question for you.
Yes.
So did your love of fashion that started in college?
Oh, no. That started when I was a kid.
Okay.
Adolescent.
So you knew you had a thing for,
I knew I had a
trend
thing.
setting.
Yes.
Okay.
I got it from my daddy and I got it from my Mima, which is my mama's mama.
Okay.
So seeing her with her pearls and her exquisite jewelry and her heels, and then seeing my daddy dress, and then having those influences from the media back then, like Word Up magazine.
Oh, yep.
And then I would go to the store, and I'm like, most kids, like I said before, most kids would be like, I want candy, Mama. I'm like, I want that Teen Vogue magazine, and I want them sour straws up there.
Okay.
I need
Don't forget about the sour straws.
Both, okay? Yes, I need that sour candy in that
It's
magazine.
a whole mood.
So that way I'm eating that candy and I'm looking in the magazine at the same time.
Facts. Okay, so back to college. You said you made a determination to go from social work to fashion simply because of probably some of the emotional stuff that comes along with social work. Okay, so fast forward, you get your degree in what?
So I ended up getting my degree. Of course, when you graduate college, you're like, what's next? You're excited for the future. Mm-hmm. You're like, I guess I'll start working, different stuff. I had a corporate, a 9-to-5 cubicle job. Hated it. It just wasn't for me. Was
it in the fashion industry or
so this one was it was more so corporate side.
Okay.
So it was more so like buying and merchandising.
What company?
It was with AFIS, the Army Air Force Exchange.
Okay,
So
facts.
I ended up getting. I had an internship with them while I was in college in undergrad.
Okay.
And then I ended up working with them for a little bit because my internship with them was really good, and I had built that rapport. So I was just like, I can't see myself doing this for the rest of my life. Like it didn't bring me joy. Like I'm very I'm not traditional. Like my family is really traditional. There's nothing wrong with that, but I was just like, it got to be something more than life than just like sitting at a computer, having these like weekly or daily meetings, and I'm just looking at them like. It was fun when I did it because I was able to get that experience.
Right.
But then after a while, I'm just like, this is hella boring. Like, I can't do this and y'all been here for how long? Since y'all 56, y'all been here for 20 years?
It was repetitive, too.
It was repetitive. Yeah. And I'm just like, I only been here for a year as an intern. So, yeah. The money was good and the knowledge was good. And I liked working with the older people because I was able to pick their brain.
Absolutely.
And, like I'm fresh out of college. I didn't know anything, so I'm picking their brains. I'm that type of person. I'm going to raise my hand and ask questions if I don't know. I'm at the I am you. Miss Deborah, how do you do this to the Excel? I need to know
what's Debbie.
I need to know what's going on. So, yeah.
So how did you transition from quote unquote corporate America to being an entrepreneur here today? When was the birth of Bria Charlise?
So that's actually really interesting. Majority of my background is with retail, luxury retail.
Okay.
So after I left corporate, I ended up really going back to retail. The only thing I quit the retail job was because I wanted to go to grad school.
Okay.
In grad school, retail, I don't know if y'all have ever worked retail, but your schedule changes weekly. And I needed something that was gonna be like that corporate job. So I ended up quitting the retail job, and my friend at the time, well, it was my ex-boyfriend at the time, he had told me about this school job.
Shout out to the ex-boyfriend.
Shout out to you.
For the motivation.
For the motivation. Stepping stone.
Shout out to him. He's still cool. He cool.
There you go.
So basically I had left that. Okay, so this is where people be like, you did what? So I ended up leaving Louis Vuitton, and I went to go work in a school. And most people why would you leave a discount? But
Louis.
It was, the school job was flexible.
Okay.
That's Monday through Friday. That was 8 to 4.
Gotcha.
And then I can go to do my grad school stuff. And at this time, I was doing my business part-time.
Okay.
I started in college. I would just get some of the athletes at UNT or some of my friends. We going to a party or something. And I'm like, let me stay at you. And they like, all right. So I would just putting stuff together. I created my first lookbook. I partnered with the print shop. It was Eagle Prints or something at UNT. And I was like, look, I'm on a mission. I'm trying to make this lookbook. And I told them my vision. So they worked with me. So that started in college. But basically, I ended up leaving luxury retail, and I worked with the school because the school was flexible.
Okay.
However, when we get to the nonprofit, that school actually paid off. So, I paid off my time there for those 2 years before I quit that and went full-time entrepreneurship, what I'm doing now. It actually served its purpose.
Okay.
At the time, it was I'm in school. I'm a college career advisor. I'm helping the kids, which was still good because I was able to motivate basically what we was talking about earlier. But at the time, I didn't understand. I'm like, I should have just stayed in retail. But leading to my nonprofit, that school experience really helped there.
So where is your love of fashion now? So for those that don't know, your specialty is in styling men, right? That's different. You don't get that from most women. So tell me how that why not women? Why did you gravitate towards men?
Is there a fascination?
Yeah.
So it actually happened with one of my internships with Nordstrom.
Okay.
And that was in I think somewhere in 2016.
Y'all hear these effortless plugs? Louis Vuitton, Nordstrom. So sister's got experience.
So when I got my internship with Nordstrom, because you need an internship at UNT in a merchandising program to graduate.
Okay.
And I couldn't use my exchange, the Army Air Force exchange, because I was already working there.
Gotcha.
So in their head, the dean was like, "You already worked there, so that's not a challenge."
Okay.
So I had to work with them, but I ended up cutting my hours with them so I could do my internship in the summer.
Okay.
With Nordstrom.
Okay.
So it was a retail management internship. And I'll never forget, first day, you got your orientation with the other interns, and they said, write down your top 3 departments. So I worked at Louis Vuitton and Michael Kors in college. So I put handbags, I put heels and women's shoes because, you know, I love shoes. I have a shoe fetish. And then I put like some other women's department. Okay, so all of those got taken. I'm thinking in my head, like, why did they ask me to write down my top 3 if you're not gonna give me those top 3?
So you got stuck with men.
So the men interns, we were left. So it was like 4 of us, and we already knew we was gonna be in menswear because even kids was gone. You know, like the kids departments. So I'm like, okay, please put me in like men's, like denim jeans or something like that. I'm the last one, and I get put in men's suiting.
Look at God.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm trying to make money. I don't know nothing about menswear for one. I don't know nothing about suits. So that really blew me. And I just remember like calling my mama when I had got out of work. And I was just like, I ain't gonna last, Erica. Like I was like, Mama E, I ain't gonna last. Like I'm trying to make money. How I'm gonna get to the bag if I don't even know nothing about menswear? But
most of us don't either though.
I know,
that's why we need your services.
but that's what my mama had said. The next day she was like, I need you to get it together. She was like, you know, she was like, you're smart, you'll figure it out. So after that first night, I was like, okay, I'm big on your mindset, like having a positive mindset that takes you really, really far in life, you know?
Absolutely.
So I was just like, okay, well, I have this degree, I have this experience at all these other places. The only difference is the guy. I mean, it's like the gender, and the only difference was the product.
Right.
Gotcha.
So I know about fabrics. I know how to talk to people. All that I had down. It was just the product knowledge and different stuff like that. But then it made me tap in and think like, okay, well, I already asked questions anyway. So basically what I did was, am I kind of over talking?
Let's go. We need to know your story.
So basically what I did was, I asked a lot of questions. So I was just like, look, the only way I'm going to get to the money is if I get it. I have to be like, I have to challenge myself basically. So the guys that was in my department, I'm like, hey, keep it on these 34s, 36, you know.
So you asking employees to try on shit?
Yeah. when we were slow, like when it was slow, like let's say for example, it's a weekday, Wednesday at 1:00. Most people are at work. It's slow. It's nobody at Nordstrom.
So you got your coworkers trying on apparel, and you putting together looks. I need you to put these on because I'm a visual person. So it's just like I had to tap in too. Be like, okay, well, I know my competitive advantage. I was in the department with men's suit, and mind you, these guys have been here longer than I've been born. At that time, I was like 22. So I'm thinking like, okay, let me have them try stuff on. I got some of the younger guys. I got some of the older guys because retail, my clients gonna have all different type of body types. So I need to know what the round guy look like. I need to know what the big tall guy look like in that suit. I need to know which suit brands is gonna complement that belly. So
we fit differently too. Oh, we built differently. A lot of
tough.
And it's like I can't.
Lord, baby, she said to fit that belly. I was like, ooh, we get in that mirror and be like, damn, I didn't know I look like this.
So I'm a visual. I can't work with a guy, get a client. And most guys, I had a competitive advantage too, because most guys, if I'm the only girl there, like, I would dress up, wear my little Michael Kors dresses and my heels. And I'm like, hey, I'm Bria, what do you need? Most gonna come to me, you know?
There you go.
So it's just like, because they want
that is a plus.
They want a woman's opinion.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
I never put it in that perspective, right?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
No, as a man.
I was like, I gotta tap in. I gotta make sure my hair stay done. I gotta make sure I'm well groomed.
For sure.
But you still gotta set boundaries at the same time.
Absolutely.
Working with me, I was the only woman in that department, and I was a woman of color, and I was the youngest. So I kind of took that as a learning experience. I was really observant because this was something I was uncomfortable with. I didn't know anything about this. So the first 2 weeks, I was getting familiar with the product that they offered to Nordstrom. Because in the past, working at Michael Kors, Louis Vuitton, it's just that brand. When you go to a Michael Kors store, they don't have
nothing outside
Kate Spade and all that. It's just it's just Michael Kors, or Louis Vuitton is just Louis Vuitton.
So you use your retail experience to basically build your catalog, understand different looks, and then I guess you made the determination to leave retail and start your own stuff, right?
Right.
Boss shit. Okay.
Because my reason was for one, I'm young and I know I can do it. That was just my mindset. But then I saw what all those companies were doing, but I also saw what they weren't doing. So I kind of found like that gap in those companies, and I was just like, I see what they're not doing.
Not the void.
Let me Yeah, the void.
Mm.
I found that void, and I was just like, okay, let me see if I could just do it myself. And I was just like, YOLO, jump off a porch, and it was.
It's been history ever since. Okay, so we talked, the other day. So it's 2020. Your last corporate 9 to 5 job was what year?
It was April 19th. That was a Friday to be exact. 2019. I was like, I'm out of there.
Milestone. Never into corporate America again. That was the birth of Bria Charlise.
It's been hard now.
Absolutely.
This is not easy. Everybody want to be an entrepreneur until it's time to be the boss.
Preach.
And, when you first starting out, you got to wear so many hats. It's just like, you have to be the accountant. You have to be the bookkeeper. You have to be the social media manager. You have to be the stylist. Like, if I could just, the logistics person, you got to ship out the orders. Who's going to ship out the orders?
Yeah.
So it's just like, it's so many hats that I currently like wear, and sometimes it can be really challenging, but I don't regret it because it's like I'm learning as I go, and I know pretty soon, like I'm getting to the point where I can hire somebody, but I want to be really hands-on into my business, so that way I know every area of my business. So if somebody ever try to get over on me, I'm like, nah.
Yep.
I know that job. Right. Job only takes 2 hours.
Yeah. That's good to know. I mean, because you got a lot of people who, again, say they want to be entrepreneurs and look at, the vision. But a lot of people see the end result, you know what I mean?
Right.
And,
always.
Always, right?
Always
so I appreciate you saying, and it's not to discourage anybody from being an entrepreneur. It's just a reality. That's why I say certain things are in you, not on you. If you're not willing to put in, those long hours, I'm sure it's nice that you cried, or, you know what I mean?
I take a breakdown the other day, and I'm like, sheesh.
No, it all comes with it. But you said something interesting in our conversation the other day. You said that most people get discouraged. Most people run from fear. But you said you like the fear. You actually love the risk.
I don't know. I think I'm a little crazy or something because I really like the risk. Like, I love that. I wouldn't even say uncertainty because my faith. I have so much crazy faith. Like, I know God is going to make a way for me, but it's just like that risk. Like, it's like that thrill waking up every morning. Now, sometimes I'll be like, I don't feel like doing this today, but I know if I don't get up and make nothing shake, then I ain't going to get no check that's going to deposit in my account every month or every 2 weeks. So I got to get up and do something. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the same time, it's that thrill. It's that, I don't know. I'm just in love with the process. And sometimes I feel like we want to skip the process.
Yes.
But mindset and perspective is everything. It's like, instead of complaining about certain situations, for example, COVID. COVID hit my business because it's like, from a stylist perspective, some of my clients, if I had them on a monthly retainer, and I'm expecting their money, but if they lost their job, they're not worrying about me right now for no styling. They trying to take care of their family or take care of themselves. So it's just like,
maybe not even a job though. I mean, COVID. You're not going nowhere.
Right. That's too right.
Where they need to be.
So it's like I had to revisit different strategies in my business and really sit down. Like, okay, where are my gaps or my like.
Is that how 7 came about?
So 7 came about the beginning of this year.
What is 7? There you go. Please.
So although my niche is menswear, I do menswear design, I do menswear styling. But I know the women, like I was kind of telling you, like the other day, I was like, the women were kind of getting a little jelly. They was like, what about us? You don't never do nothing for us.
What about y'all?
But I was like, okay, I got something for y'all. So I was really thinking, I remember telling my best friend Jade and my line sister, which is like my really close friend Brianna, I was just like, I think I want to do accessories. And they was like, they like, go for it. I was like, is it going to make sense? I was like, because I do menswear, different stuff. They was like, just do it. It's going to be a hit. So I released it beginning of the year, and I was building up that like anticipation, and then the ladies was like, okay, she got something for us. But now I've been doing a lot for 7. I just did the heels on my birthday. My birthday was in May.
So you got the earrings going on for 7 for the ladies. You got the heels. What else you got?
Oh, that's all I got right now. Okay. I'm only one person.
So 7 is what? Is that the name of your company?
7 times Bria Charlise, yeah.
7 what?
Well, by Bria Charlise. I put the X.
Okay.
7 by Bria Charlise.
Oh, nice.
It's some nice stuff too.
So really, me and my mentor thought of that name. We was just on the phone. We was like, I was like, what's a good name? I don't want nothing like.
I like 7. 7 is the number of completion.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
So I was just like, I didn't want nothing too like, I don't know. Like I feel like when you look at 7, that's something to be like, oh, you can see them at Nordstrom, you can see those at Neiman, you know, different stuff like that. That name is catchy, like 7. You know, like let me check it out. So yeah.
So 7 for the ladies, I love it.
And foreign closet is for the guys.
Foreign closet for the guys.
Okay.
That's,
so I was thinking 7 was, you know, the name for everything. Okay.
So I have something
and foreign closet.
Yeah.
Why foreign? Because you clothing big guys.
Oh my goodness!
It's really crazy because I actually got foreign closet when I had first graduated college undergrad. It's around the time when I was at Nordstrom. Okay. And I'll never forget, I was on the phone with my cousin, and I was literally looking in the closet. And I was just telling him, I was like, I need something for my menswear brand. I was like, underground, something. I was like, man, that's kind of ugly. And so I was like, what can I do? He was like, well, what are you doing right now? And I was like, looking in the closet. And he was like, trying to like get me to think of different names. And I was like, I don't know, I just want something foreign. But then I went to go change the playlist on my phone. This is when Future 56 Nights. I don't know if you ever saw like the album cover. It has that Arabic and it's foreign.
Okay.
And I said, what about foreign closet? He said,
money.
Okay.
Bullshit.
He said, that's kind of dope. I like that. So the first collection was like an Arabic, like Kanye West type of vibe. You know how Kanye West dressed, like something like that. Yeah. And then I had put out the next collection was called the Coloring Book. So that was like the spring of like 2017. So they had like more like colors in it, different stuff. And then that was the last collection I did because at that time I was doing like hoodie shirts, you know, starting small. But like my sketches that I really would like to do for a foreign closet, you know, just take a little bit more capital, take a little bit more time. So I had just put foreign closet to like a halt right now because I didn't want to build my brand as a t-shirt brand. I rather just
that was my next question. Yeah. So when you walk into the foreign closet, what are the layers of style? Because you know, I got a certain type of style.
Right. So more so,
you know, he's got a certain type of style.
Okay, so with
business
7,
casual.
So I'm gonna explain it too. Like with 7, that's more so like for women that's sophisticated, like our age, that like something that's kind of like spunky and fun. Because 7 is me. I'm Bria Charlise. Like I'm young, but I'm sophisticated. I like to have fun. If you notice with 7, it's always some type of unique style or color, even with the textures. And just playing on that. But with foreign closet, that's more so for a mature guy. That's someone who has that disposable income. Someone who likes that dapper gentleman type. And so it's like when I'm sketching, you know, it's like right now, I'm like, oh, this is going to require money. Because even when I'm like sourcing the fabrics, like
disposable
income. Disposable income.
Keyword.
It's coming soon. I'm going to get there. But it's like even when I'm sourcing my fabrics for the foreign closet, like pieces, like maybe for a turtleneck, like I want specific type of bamboo, cotton. Like I'm sourcing these fabrics and they're sending me the things, and I'm just like, okay, like I'm gonna have to put foreign closet on a hold right now because like it's gonna, like I said, require a little bit more capital. But you know, I've revisited because at first I'm not gonna even lie, I got discouraged about it.
So what keeps you going? Because with any entrepreneur, there's hardships, there's obstacles. So for somebody, again, looking at where you sit now and saying, oh, like, look what Bria's built, you know, and they may not know the process, right? But obstacles are coming. So what keeps you going on a day-to-day?
I think it's a lot of different factors. I think I keep myself going because I'm always thinking of, I'm such a futuristic thinker. I'm thinking about your current circumstance is not where you're going to be in the future. So you have to keep going. Like, I love Nipsey. Like, you know, you're going to feel every emotion. Just don't quit. You get what I'm saying? Another thing, too, is my family that keep me going. I think about my future family. I don't have kids or I don't have a husband just yet. But
you're trying to build.
I'm trying to build for them. And then, like I kind of told you, like, I'm willing to be that punching bag for the next generation because a lot of people like look towards me and I didn't even know. Like I'm just trying to figure it out just like you, sis. Or I'm talking to people and they like tell me like, you know, I love.
But that's when you know you have purpose, man. I think a lot of people are walking around and not necessarily realizing the influence that they have on other people. I mean, you walk around and you have relationships with total strangers, people, that but I feel like at any point in life, any of us can touch somebody else.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So whether you realize it or not, people look up to you. People admire what you're doing. I admire what you're doing, which is why you're here with us today. I respect your hustle. I respect the grind. You 10 toes down, man. She hustle harder than most men I know. I mean,
let's not get on that side, child, because I'm just like,
well, let's get on that. Let's get on. Why we can't?
Hey, man. Hey, brother. Some of y'all gonna sip y'all game up, man.
Oh, okay, like, yeah. Please, let us know.
She made me want to talk to me nice to the next level. Facts.
Oh, okay.
Facts. She's a hustler.
What you want to know about the guys?
Well, I just want to know what you said. I just want to know. I want you to please advise on that just a little bit more. I just want.
I mean, well, what do you want to know?
Well, in comparison to your comment to what he said about the hustle and guys,
it's a lot of is your interest
having the hustle?
Yeah, is
and
your
I've heard that
male
a lot.
dominated? I don't know. Is fashion male dominated?
Well, it depends on which lane. Like with menswear, particularly, it is heavily. It's not a lot of, for one, women of color, and then women around my age.
Facts.
A lot of women that I know, they're either older, they're like foreign, not even just white women, like foreign women, but they're older. They've been in the game for a good minute. So it's like I'm trying to navigate, find my way, find my own lane, which I'm not gonna say I know my lane in the menswear yet, but I know, like, as I continue to go through and experience different things, I'll eventually get it. Like, I'm only 26, I ain't gonna have it.
Well, when I used to get my suits made, we had I think the top design.
It was tablecloths.
Well, chill out, little fella. Didn't he? That's what I got to do.
I'm gonna get you together though.
I'm good. I got my clothes, they fit me. Well, you will. Yeah, my clothes is, for me. I don't have to be cute and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm me.
People love you.
What you see is what you get, and it's pretty plain, But I do like to have what I need to have for every occasion. It may not be that stuff that's gonna pop out or nothing because it's just not me. And which explains a lot of big guys. We're not into all those big colors and stuff, which is why when you walk into the big and dollar store, there's a lot of blues and dark colors in there.
Now, I'll have to stop you right there. Well, maybe it's more so the younger guys, because
they're a little bit softer than us. Yeah, they're just a little bit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We're not like it. I don't mind it. The lighter colors, but one thing I can tell you is that we do appreciate the women's perspective as far as fashion goes and design and whatever that we're supposed to be wearing, because I don't give a damn.
Put in perspective though, we get dressed every day.
Yeah, but they look at us totally different. This is stuff I would never do. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying? So all of the ladies that we used to bring in different people to come in and bring suits to the rest of the guys I played football with, and when the women came in, they always sold more. They always sold more because yeah, they do. You do have an advantage.
It's that, but you got to put it in perspective, right? The human sex, male, female, men. Everyone has self-confidence, right? So I mean, a man or a woman, you get dressed in the morning and you look good about yourself, you feel good. But at the same time, as a man, I get dressed every day hoping that, that I'm appealing to the opposite sex. So I think for you,
powder and everything.
Not the powder.
Look at this guy.
Shots fired again.
I got something for your ass. But no, so I think it's great from a woman's perspective that you are focused on men, because I mean, as a woman, when you get dressed in the morning, like, not again, you do it for yourself, but you also want to make sure that the opposite sex finds you attractive. So I mean, I don't think there's any better advice than a woman telling me what I'm good at.
Absolutely.
That's what, even when I was at Nordstrom, some of the guys, like the older gentlemen that would be helping like their clients, they like, okay, Larry, I hear what you talk about, but what you think? You
Exactly.
know, I'm like,
that's what it matters.
What you think, little mama?
Yeah.
I'm like, me personally, I wouldn't go with that. I would probably go with that. That complements your skin tone a little better.
And they taking all that in.
Yeah, and I'm like, black, that make it look a little bit more slim, So I'm like, and I'm just being myself, you know. And I think that's why like most people just started gravitating towards me because they like, it's something about her, like I like her. Like even the women, like I would help out women or the men, or like, oh, this is another thing, working with men, like making sure I address the woman at all times, especially if she brings her husband in, because
Absolutely.
like, I'm not.
We got a tigress in that thing.
Like,
right, that's my man.
When they see me, they like, oh, I don't know about her, but I'm like, I want to make both of them feel comfortable. And
Absolutely.
at the same time, I'm dressing a woman, because at the end of the day, if you come with your woman, she gonna make the decisions anyway.
At the end of the day,
you just pulling out your card and swipe
hey,
it. That's it.
Hey.
Put the pen in right now. Look, it's ready. So,
well, ain't nobody controlling it.
Whatever.
Oh,
it's in my left pocket.
It's in my left pocket, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, but most women, they'll make a decision, and then a lot of them just got comfortable. I started doing a lot of cross selling. Like they'll bring the kids. We'll be in the kids department. We got 2 suits in the back for them. Then we up here buying shoes for us.
Men are suckers, man. We're suckers for women in a clothes store.
Oh, absolutely.
But
on
it's
the
just
cologne, if you like, that smells so good on you, we be like, really?
Me,
suckers, dog.
If I'm trying to add on to the set, I'm about to be super dramatic. Oh my gosh, like
that part right there.
Look, that be me.
I got to have
that's it right there. Like,
look at you.
And
look at you.
This
Look at you.
I be like,
I look good right now.
Look at you.
Especially the older ones. I'm like, Mr. Anthony, that's it. Like, and Valentine's Day coming
You really
up?
think so?
Oh yeah, that's it.
Does it really bring out my
biceps? I would definitely give you some.
You would. All right, my biceps look good.
Okay. So walk us through your business model. So you mentioned consultation, right? So I am in need of styling, and I contact Bria Charlise. What does that process look like? So you sit with your clients, you have an initial consultation?
Yes. So basically, I give them my link.
Okay.
Like we have like a brief little combo.
Okay.
Sometimes that's in person, sometimes over Instagram DMs. I send them the link, and then with the consultation, I have virtual. So especially with COVID, that's been really good. That's like more so like a Zoom consultation. I do in person, but I haven't really been doing in person, and then I do phone.
Okay.
So with phone, I send you over, once you book and you pay, I send you over my conference line link, because I do everything recording.
Okay.
So I need to do it not only for quality purposes, but I need to be able, just in case, if I need to go back and I need to listen to what we talked about, I'm like, dang, what side did you say? Or whatever. That way I don't have to bother the client, like, I was supposed to be writing it down, but sometimes I may forget it when I'm writing it down or setting up your stuff. But then,
so a client, do your clients typically approach you for specific needs? So let's say I have an event that I want to go to. So as your client, somebody's coming to you for guidance, right? So are they just telling you, hey, I have this event. This is the, style of the event. This is the color I like. And then you just run with it?
Okay, so basically with the consultation, that's basically me I always tell people, because they like, what's the consultation? I always say, like, just think about it as the first date.
Okay.
We're getting to know each other.
Okay.
So consultation, after you book and you pay, I send you over a questionnaire. This is like a pre-questionnaire.
Okay.
So that's like your size, your number size, your letter size. Describe yourself in 3 words, because before I get on the phone with you, I need to have that so I can navigate the conversation.
Facts.
It's like, if not, I'm going to be like, it's going to be kind of awkward, But if I have the information and I review it before our consultation, I have a conversation to go off of. And then, I'm telling you, like, okay, so give me more details about your event. When is the event? What's your budget? Different stuff like that. Like, where do you typically shop at? It's like, I'm just asking those questions so that way I can go back, and after we get off the call, I can, I guess, like, appropriately price you and I guess recommend which service will be best.
Okay.
So if you have a special event, like say for example you're getting married and you need help finding a suit for your wedding, there'll be special event styling.
Okay.
So if you like, hey, I got a new job, I want these headshots, but I need you to help me get a suit. Okay, but that's photo shoot styling in my head, and then I send you the pricing over.
Nice.
And then I create a custom. I do hourly, but I know hourly can like add up. So basically, what I do, I create a custom package based on your needs and wants.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I send it over to you, within 24 hours, and then you can either accept it or reject it. And so that goes over like I create like a little mock timeline of how long the project will take. These are the stores based on your body type. Because I asked you about that too.
Stores?
Stores where we can shop
at.
Unless
store.
Unless you're getting custom. If you're getting custom, I send you a list of clothiers that I work with and I partner with based on your budget that you give me on the phone. So
you got some people, clothiers that you got the McDonald's all the way up to the to the Dakota Steakhouse or whatever.
It depends on your budget. But then that's why I ask those questions, because if you want something custom, but you don't want to pay $3,000 for a suit,
absolutely
I'm not
not.
about to refer you.
I don't give a damn if I could afford it. I'm not buying no $3,000. You'll bury me in a t-shirt. Absolutely not.
So, like, let's say, for example,
he said, "Can I wear this suit every day?"
Yeah. Can I eat on top of it? $3,000. I'm like, shit. I wish the fuck I would. Man, I mean, but you know, it's okay.
Men are so cheap.
No, it's not being cheap. It's I guess it's just about what fits your lifestyle. I don't wear suits that much, and I don't like wearing them like that. Unless you go into something formal or something. I like to have nice stuff for when I need it.
That's where the expertise comes in, right? So I'm sure that Miss Bria, Charlise,
based on the conversation, most people think that they want custom, but once I start getting a feel of their budget, I'm like, okay, well, your budget is not custom. Let's do more so ready to wear.
But you're going to make it look just as good.
Yeah, ready to wear.
Well, I got to be custom. You're not going to get mine off the rack, you know. Some guys can get their top
off
coat.
The mannequin.
And socks and everything on the same angle.
One hanger outfit.
Oh my God! The
baby one.
And they might have shoes hanging on the
two T.
Yes, there's nothing ready to wear for me. Every store I've been to, they've laughed at me when I walked in. Who you coming in here for? Yeah, I was like, no, they didn't say that. This guy was like, I know I can fit you. I got something here. I was like, no, you can't. And I'm willing to put everything I got in my pocket. He was like, yes, I can. He took me to his biggest coat he had. And it was at my forearm. I said, I told you.
Oh my God.
I said, I told you.
So you needed some services, man. That's what it sounds like. Man, I told you, and this on camera. This on camera. I am going to sponsor.
Good. So we're going to remember that. So we're not going
we're
big
recording.
We're going up to that top of the line, 3,000. I want 3,000. I half in with you. That way, it won't hit you so hard.
Okay, but that's going to be fun then, because with the custom, we get to pick out the fabrics.
Absolutely. I'm not buying no suit without doing that.
All
my suits custom. They have to be. Every last one of them are. And
I honestly like the custom process, though. It's pretty fun. Some people can get overwhelmed.
Absolutely.
But when I do, basically, like, let's say, for example, this is your budget, and I refer you to, like, and then that's another thing with guys. Like, women, we like options. Guys don't.
At all.
Give me what you got.
I'm giving y'all 2 options.
That's
I may know 10, but I'm gonna give you my top 2 that I feel like it's gonna work best.
Before I get exhausted. Right. Fuck it, just put whatever the fuck you want on there.
That attitude right there.
Yeah, but that's real though. Like, women, we're emotional. We're different stuff. Guys is more logical. Like, okay, get to the point.
Right.
Why do I need this? Okay.
But that's good that your client. I'm saying, like, I would pay for that service because you understand your clientele, and
absolutely
even picking out fabric.
If I'm coming to you for that service, I want it to be as stress-free as a process as possible. Right. So I'm trusting you.
So what's the number for the Big Mac budget at the bottom? Give me what that is.
Starting from the bottom.
What's the cheapest?
Minimally.
So you gave us a number, 3,000. Is that like the highest, or where is that at?
No, it's lower. It just depends. Like with suit, dress shirts, just pants, just a jacket. What are you thinking?
No, I'm talking about everything. A whole suit.
Everything. Suit with the dress shirt?
Yeah. Absolutely, because I'm going to need that. They're going to have to need a shirt made, too.
Well, I don't know. Some people be like, they already got a shirt.
Yeah, because they ready to wear. I'm not ready to wear. I need all my stuff made. Drawers, socks.
I was gonna
You know,
say,
okay?
undergarments.
Yeah. I'm in a whole
It's a
totally
special
different
occasion.
category. Yeah, I need
I
all
know
my
for
shit.
sure you're gonna start off at least 1,500.
Talk your shit, queen. Yes.
Well, this is what I'm asking. So not just talking about me. I'm just saying, is there just to generalize things? What is literally like the cheap? If somebody wanted, let's say somebody wanted a shirt and they wanted it custom, what is the Big Mac budget for that?
The max.
Could somebody get
that's
your
actually-
services for $500?
Absolutely not. She had that look on her face. Look at her like, I wish
It
I
really-
would.
No, because when it goes with that, with custom also determines on whenever we measure you, like the size as well, because they have to consider that. And material, and I really hate that, but that's just how that, even with women, you know, like, I don't know.
More material,
the price goes up. So it's kind of hard to say what price, because everybody's price is different.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
more
Yes,
it
because you
costs
got
a little
another
bit
X on there. We're
more.
gonna add $3 more. Bullshit. I got
Yeah.
this shirt on
And I'm
clearance.
like, I don't even want to just start just saying numbers. And it's
Yeah,
Right, I'm just asking.
It's all
so I'm
I'm just asking.
customizable.
Yeah.
You can
I ain't
afford it.
paying
You can
for it no
afford
way,
it.
so you know, I'm
You're
good.
paying for it.
You know what I mean? I want drawers, socks, everything.
Oh my
If
gosh.
I'm gonna send
I
you the
want
invoice.
socks
This is
and I
recorded.
want
Merry
my
Christmas.
initials on the inside.
Oh
my
my
coat.
goodness.
Nice on the little coat.
Okay, baby. Right?
Merry Christmas.
All right. And I need some relaxed fit pants. I don't need my stuff all up in me.
Oh, for sure, relax.
So
Okay,
I don't-
absolutely.
Me personally, I mean, it just depends on that client, but I don't like the super tailored or super skinny fit or like the look like
super
capris.
cropped.
Yeah, I don't like the super cropped.
Cam
look.
Newton look.
You okay with that, Corey? I mean, CP, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Trying to be funny?
That's
You was
another
over there
dollar.
like,
Another dollar, Alexa.
he was like, really?
All right. Let's switch gears.
One more question. So, do you prefer to style big guys or small guys? Which one are more fun? I'm just asking you, just out of fun.
More fun.
It don't matter to me. I
No, you gotta
go
pick one.
based. No, I
Oh
go
my
based.
goodness.
I go based off that person's personality.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I
'Cause
win.
me, I feel like
I win.
No, I meant
Men-
just
but
I
I
meant
feel
as
like
far as
men,
a
though-
challenge. So you like challenges. Which one do you feel like is more of a challenge to
It's the
style?
personality for sure, I think.
personality really does tie into that, because I've
Absolutely.
worked with a super tall guy, and he's so laid back, so cool. Like, he just like.
Have you ever worked
I
with
trust you.
anybody his size? He is 6'8".
Chill out.
Not-
Let her answer the question.
Not so much custom, but at Nordstrom we did it wasn't ready to wear, made to measure. So
What does that mean?
Made to measure is in between ready to wear and custom. So it's basically like a template. And then they just, like, if you was to come to Nordstrom, we would have to do you like made to measure. And basically, let's say, for example, your brand is, this wouldn't be your brand because they're super tailored, but this is the first brand that came to my head, Hugo Boss. Let's say, for example, they have a template. They'll go based on your template, and I will take your measurements and I will send it over to them just so you can get your size. And made to measure, you'll still be able to pre-select certain fabrics, but you just don't get the luxury of custom. Custom, you pick out your buttons, whether if you want them to be functional, non-functional. It gets super detailed. If you want a little custom made,
Tom Ford probably got them.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
That makes sense. Yeah, but
Yeah, I
made to
do.
measure is a pretty cool option too. But it could be a little pricey depending on the brand. Because I always tell guys too, like, if you're gonna get made to measure, and these brands, these fabrics,
You might as well go ahead and get custom.
Yeah, because it's a template, so they already pre-selected the fabrics for you.
Yeah.
They already have everything selected for you. You just choose either you want A or B, and you get your size in. They ship it off to Hugo Boss, and it's gonna come back in like 6 weeks.
Oh. Okay.
Or if you need a rush, then of course it'd be extra. But me personally, I like custom because we starting from scratch. We building you up. Now, even if you get something ready to wear off the rack, you still gonna have to get alterations done. That is a pet peeve of mine. Like a guy picking out a suit, I'm like, okay, like no. This is basically a template too. You're gonna have to get everything taken in. So keep that suit on, take your butt up there, and that mirror, so I can bring Laura down so she can take your measurements.
So you a one-stop shop. You do the consultation. You do the, I like to call it, no, you don't call it that, don't get offended, but the Pinterest board. That's kind of what I envision when you're putting ideas together. So you do the consultation, you do the visual Pinterest board, find you get the material, you're doing the alterations, and then
I don't do the alterations.
But you have them done.
Yeah, I have a team.
Has a team, boss shit. And then you actually
Oh,
so you have a lot of clients. So how does that work? You have a lot of clients that are not necessarily in the Dallas area. So that's just when you again are just communication through measurements or whatnot, and you're just shipping out the product.
Yeah, so my most challenging client recently, right before COVID, was somebody that was in the military.
Okay.
Since they're overseas,
Yeah.
they didn't have. It's not like I can go over there and take their measurements.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard because it was like I don't know, like
What
they didn't know where to
available,
go, and it's just like.
How did you get in contact with this person? How did this person get in contact with you?
We did Zoom calls.
I'm saying, who did they get referred to you?
Yeah, they actually got referred. They found me through their friend. They reached out to me via social media.
Oh, okay.
And so we
Google her.
No, we did
I
everything
will.
social media, and then we just went from there. But I would say that was kind of challenging because they're in a whole nother country, and I don't know how that country does measurements and stuff to send it back to me. So I was just like, make sure they get it in inches.
Right.
But they end up bringing it back in centimeters, but that's not hard. They just convert it.
Yeah.
So I was just like, now I'm like centimeters or inches. It's another country. I can't be too picky. And I was just like, I really hope that they took the measurements
correctly.
Right, because like if I sit here and I pass this information on, it's gonna be hard when I mail it back to you. Because I'm not gonna. I can see it on Zoom how it looks when you're trying it on, but I can't see every little detail. To be like, okay, you need to take maybe a 1/4 inch in on the back because it's a little loose, So it's kind of hard. That was a real challenge. But the easy part about that was I was able to order some of their stuff and just ship it to them.
Nice.
So the custom part got a little challenging, and then they got busy with work, so we held off on the custom.
Okay.
But then we was able to get them like some pieces for like if they want to go out there or different stuff like that.
I see the women coming for you soon.
During COVID, it's actually been more women coming to me than men because I feel like men probably think like I don't need it right now because I'm working from home, but a lot of women been coming to me.
The accessories though, you got the accessories. I just see the women part of your business.
I see the men too, but I feel like the challenge with men is that you guys have to understand the necessity of it because you guys just want to
that's education.
Throw something on and go.
That's where the education comes in. I would need to be educated.
Right. And that's why I like in-person stuff because I'm able to educate them. Like my main goal is, of course I want to make money, but my main goal is not to be like super money hungry. If anything, I'm big on relationship building.
Right. Because that's what's going to be the long longevity.
So when I'm telling you, when I'm trying things on, I may be getting on their nerves. I had a client like, you keep saying the same thing. Okay, well, I want you to be able, once you finish up your 9-month, like retainer package, I want you to be able to shop for yourself without me there. So it's like, you're not going to be my client forever, and I'm not about to try to sell you to be my client forever. Now, you can always reach out to me if you need help. We got a special event, but I'm trying to educate you and build you up. So it's like, when you're done with the 9 months, you're like, okay, well, I remember, and I'm big on taking pictures too. So when they try it on, I'm like, take pictures. You see how this is baggy? It's loose in the crouch area or in the seat area. That's a no-go. You don't need that. You need to get this.
Right.
So I'm educating them because a lot of guys don't know. And a lot of guys don't even know that they built size. Like, if you're a 34 in a waist, some guys get a 32. And I'm like, why would you get a 32, baby, if you're a 34? I'm thinking that in my head, but I'm like...
Because you want them drawers in the booty. That's where they're going to be.
I'm like, why would you get a 32 and you are a 34 in a waist? I don't say that to them, but I'm just like, that don't even make sense. No. But a lot of guys, this is more so younger guys, they get a 34. I'm like, no, get a 36. That way you have room. Because if you get a 34, that mug is going to be tight like this corset I got. You're not going to be able to breathe. You sit down
at all.
The button going to fly off and hit the wall.
I tore every last one of them off. Put that on me.
I like how you talk about just, I guess, the interpersonal part of your business and building those relationships. I'm not surprised by that. I think that part of your personality is genuine and sincere, and I see that it flows into areas outside of your business. So not only are you a business owner, entrepreneur, but you're also very involved in the community. And I wanted to touch on one specific. So you've got a nonprofit going on right now, which I commend you for. You're a voiceful advocate against gun violence, right? Where did that passion stem from?
So I started the gun violence awareness in honor of my dad. I lost my dad due to gun violence back in 2008. So it was more so like police brutality and really discrimination. Like everything that you see that's in the media that's been happening for the past few years, my daddy experienced that. It didn't happen in Dallas. It happened in another state. So my dad was a public servant as well. He was a Dallas firefighter and a paramedic for the city of Dallas before he passed. So I remember it was 2018. I was laying in the bed and I was just like, what can I do? Because me and my dad, we were super close. Like me and my mom were close too, but like me and my dad, like that was the peanut butter to my jelly. Like that daddy-daughter relationship, that bond is everything to me. So it's like, okay, let me not get into that. But I was about to take the convo somewhere else. But I'm like, let me reel it back in. But that daddy-daughter relationship is just everything to me. Like the woman I am today is because of him and my mom. But for sure, like my dad, like he just instilled those different principles into me. Like I made a post on Father's Day on Facebook. Like I would never forget my dad. Like he came home. He was really big on education and knowledge is everything. You know, he always told me like, I want your beauty to be the icing on the cake. I don't want that to just be what you're focused on. You get what I'm saying? Like that charisma, all of that. That's the icing. That's the sprinkles on the cake. But your mind, that's something that nobody can take from you. And I want you to be, you know, just respect yourself. And he always used to tell me, like, nobody can love Bria and be Bria, how Bria can be Bria, basically. So basically just really, like, telling me, be comfortable in the skin that you're in. Don't be nobody else. Like, everybody else is taken. Be you. Because you're very unique.
And you walk with that every day.
Yeah, at the time, I'm like, okay, he just saying that because that's my daddy. But as I got older, a lot of the principles and stuff he instilled in me, I'm like, okay, it's making sense. And like I said, I'll never forget, like my dad, I'm thinking, he brought me a gift home. I'll never forget this gift. And at the time, I was like, this gift is so lame. But it's like, he brought me home a gift. And I'm thinking, I loved Barbie dolls and Bratz dolls growing up. I was like a girly girl, and I grew up with a whole bunch of boys. So I still had that tough side to me. But the guys in my family still wanted me to be, like, feminine. But they still, like, you ain't gonna take no S word, you know, SHIT.
Shit.
Yeah. So basically, I'll never forget. He came home. He had got off work, and my dad, like, being a firefighter, sometimes they would work 24 hours, 48 hours. It wasn't like a regular, like, you get off at 9. I mean, you go at 9, get off at 5.
Yeah, you damn near on call all the time.
Yeah. So I would be at the fire station. If I couldn't be at the fire station when we get off work, he would always take me to Waffle House. So I got exposed to All-Star Special when I was in middle school, elementary school.
All-Star Special.
All-Star Special. Kids they going to school with donuts. I got a whole Waffle House bag. You hear me? So I'm just like, okay. It was cool because we got that chance to bond before I was able to go to school.
Nice.
But I'll never forget, he brought me home a gift. I'm like, hey, I was like, I got new Barbie dolls, you know?
Okay.
And I unwrapped it, and it was a children's dictionary. When you're in elementary and middle school, you like, children's dictionary? That's lame. Like, are you okay? And I was so extra with my dad. I'm like, do you want me to check your temperature? What's going on? Like, are you sick? This is
What
not
is
what
this?
I wanted. Like,
So what was the meaning behind that?
the meaning, he was like, okay, so he had told me, he said, every day, even if I'm not at home, you better call me and tell me what new word you learned in this dictionary. It could be any word, and I want you to put it in a sentence. I'm like, that's boring. That's lame. So I was like, I'm not doing that, you know? And I didn't tell my mama. I don't think my mama knew. I think she knew. I don't remember, but I didn't do it. And I remember him calling me. It was like, what's the word? And I'm thinking, I'm like, I'm at home, you know? Like if somebody said, what's the play? You know? I'm like, I'm at home. I just got home from school. He's like, no, what's the word in the dictionary? And I'm like,
That's funny.
I was like, and I'm not a liar. Like my brother, I always stayed in trouble. I'm not.
We're not gonna throw brother under the bus.
He's
Dad, liar.
Well, he's a liar. Safe to say he's a liar. You know that.
I love my brother. That boy got in trouble since he was a senior in high school. Mom was like, I'm tired. You know, like, why are you still getting in trouble? Just being a boy.
So the word of the day.
Wait a minute, hold up, baby. We don't all do that. Don't do that. Talking about just being a boy. What does that mean?
Bad. That's what it
Y'all
means.
bad too.
Not me. I was an angel.
That's look at what y'all study.
Anyway.
But yeah, back to the word of the day. So you actually employed that at a young age, like consistently?
I tried.
You tried?
Yeah. Or like we would play story. Did you play story?
Sure
You ever
did.
take groceries?
Sure did.
I would like to play with my mama because she didn't take it so serious. My daddy would take out a cash register and his money, and he'd be like, well, you only got $16, so the eggs, the milk, something like that, gotta go back. And I'm
teach
like,
the value of $1, man.
That's all right.
And I'm like, he played. I'm like, why we can't
Monopoly in real life.
I'm like, he be taking it too serious. I said, when I play with mama, we don't play like that.
Right.
So what is the name of your nonprofit?
The Charles E. Whitaker Jr. Foundation.
The Charles E. Whitaker Jr. Foundation, and that's in honor of your father.
Yes.
So for those around the city, educate us on some of the social awareness events that you hold. I would love to attend one of these events.
So every year, so this is my second year with the foundation. The first year I did a dinner at Papados, so it's more like kind of like business casual, able to dress up. It was super cool. This year I did 2 events. I did like a Zoom call, like just being Black in America, because June is Gun Violence Awareness Month.
Okay.
So not only do I focus on gun violence awareness, which is something that's super relatable all over, but I also focus on mentorship. I'm really big on mentorship, giving back to my community. And I guess my mindset with the youth is I feel like they're still at that age where they can be influenced in a good way. Whether it's trying to reach our generation or the generation before us, like they're kind of already stuck in their ways, or they, you know. But if I can impact the youth and show them those resources, and just help them out, that's what the Charles E. Whitaker Jr. is, because I feel like my dad did that for me, he did that for others, so I want to do the same thing.
I like that.
But I just had an event in June. I was able to release some merchandise this year.
Facts.
This was the second year, and this year we did a Zoom conference where everything that was going on was super relatable. Just being Black in America and how we can have more love and accountability in our community. Because I feel like that's the main thing. When you look at everything that's going on, it's a lack of resources, it's a lack of love, and it's a lack of accountability. It's a lack of other things too, but those are the main 3 that resonate. And then on Saturday, I did a gun violence awareness run. So everybody came in orange, or you just came as you were, and we did a 2-mile run at Zyger Park in DeSoto.
Okay, that's right by the crib.
So
I know about orange though. It looked like a bunch of prisoners running. I was like, what they doing?
So those you're gonna continue to do annually?
Yes. So every year, every June, I'm gonna do something with gun violence. I don't care if it's you get on live and we talk that talk. We're gonna do something to spread gun violence awareness. So
sign us up. I'm sorry that we missed this year.
Well, I signed up. I just didn't make it.
Everything's together for the next 3 years, because year 5 is gonna be lit. I already know what I want to do.
Nice cast.
We there.
Yeah, we in the building.
I have a question for Bria. So I noticed, because I follow you on social media, that you recently had a sponsorship with Clorox.
Yeah,
so I wanted to talk to you about that, because I feel like a lot of us, we see it, but we don't know how to even get started. And then I think that right now during coronavirus season, a lot of us are looking for that extra income or things that we can do to earn more capital. So can you talk to us more about how that started?
So actually, the Clorox actually came about last year, really. It was so random. They actually found me.
Nice.
And it was through hashtag.
Okay.
And I'll never forget talking to my rep, Kelly. I have 2 reps, Kelly and Tyler. And I'll never forget, Kelly reached out to me, and I'm like, is this fake? I'm like, why is Clorox? I don't even do nothing in that lane. I'm fashion and beauty, so I'm like, why is Clorox? And I remember getting in a group message with my line sisters, and I was like, y'all, Clorox reached out to me, but I don't know if it's true. So I clicked on the name, the email, because I was like, maybe this is a fake
ad. Yeah.
And it said the Clorox was like Kelly, whatever. I can never pronounce her last name, and it said Clorox. So she was like, she was like, we came across your page. We love your personality. Like, we want to see if you, like, I had to apply to be on the Clorox influencer and council. So they only take a certain amount of people. And she was like, based on what we see on your social media, we think you'll be a good fit, and you're very personable. So she was like, apply, and we'll let you know if you get it. So I was like, okay. So I was just like, my line sister was like, just apply. You never know where it could go. So I was like, okay, I applied. I didn't hear nothing back from them.
Shout out to your sorority.
Right,
Hey,
shout it out.
Alpha Kappa Alpha and Sorority Incorporated. Hello.
Hey.
If you're not first, you're last. Hello.
Talk your shit, queen.
I should have been on live for that.
Well.
She rose. But yeah, so I had applied. I didn't hear nothing back from them. So I wasn't, at first I wasn't tripping because I was just like, well, maybe I didn't get it. But then they reached back out to me. They was like, congratulations, you got it. And then they needed some more like onboarding documents from me. And stuff. And then I had to go through a training. The training was very intensive. In order to get actually through, you have to pass the training. Like, we have to take quizzes and tests about Clorox. And I'm like, wow.
One of the questions like, will you use Clorox on red shirts? He's like, yes.
So what does this partnership entail? Is this just a, I don't know, advertising, promotion? Like, what is
sort of advertising, promotion. Like, I completed my first Clorox campaign, and it was perfect timing because I got this back in 2019. But they held off because I guess they found out about COVID. At the end of the year coming in. I don't know how they knew already, but they was like, we're gonna put a pause to all the campaigns, and then basically like we have our own portal. Like it looked like Facebook kind of with Clorox, so you can go in and see like everything that's coming up with Clorox and stuff like that, and they invite you to apply for a campaign. So like the campaign I just completed, which was my first one, was Clorox and Nextdoor. So Nextdoor is an app. Have you heard of it?
Yep, I've heard of it.
Yeah, so Nextdoor, they had the help map tool where you can go, and with COVID, you can go in there and look up your zip code or community, and you can help those in need. So I helped out the elders, I saw your post. I think it was in front of somebody's house. So I helped out the elders. You can help them, like, deliver prescriptions, because if you think about it, the elders are, like, a community that's high risk. Like me, I'm good. So just make sure I'm practicing social distancing, making sure people have their prescriptions, and delivering groceries, doing all that in a community. So I helped out my grandparents too. So that was super interesting with the Nextdoor. Then like the next campaign they're rolling out now, I don't qualify for that because you have to be either a teacher because it's more geared to back to school.
Gotcha.
So this is for like the influencers, and it's only like 400 of us all over the world. So it's like this is for people who either have kids or they're an educator. I don't qualify for that because I don't have neither. So it's like I can't do that campaign and get paid for that. So the next campaign, whenever it does happen, then maybe I can apply for it.
Well, that's super neat. I think that's super cool. So
but you should try Dove.
I'm definitely gonna try a couple of campaigns.
Can I plug
in a little tip because people that want to do like the influencer side?
Please do.
I always say with social media, make sure you keep your content up, and then it has to be something. Well, not really, because Clorox reached out to me that I don't do nothing with cleaning or stuff like that. But I would say hashtags. Make sure, like, especially with Dove, they probably will want to see like
that I'm using the product.
That too, but they want to see your brand aesthetic. Like, if you just posting random stuff and it don't look like you're into beauty or things like that, they may not really consider your page. Also, too, what you can do is Google's your best friend. Google, get on LinkedIn and Google like the company, whatever, they be in like the corporation name at the be like social media marketing or like influencer marketing. I Google stuff like that, and people's stuff be popping up, especially when I get on LinkedIn, and I'm like, I send them like my little pitch deck, and I can show you offline like how to set that up. Just like a one pager, you want to be real brief of everything that you do that's relatable to them.
Gotcha.
So people, they want to know about. Well, I wouldn't even say about you. It's more so your one pager is going to be about you. But people love when you're talking and boosting them.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So your one pager, when you attach that to the email and you set that up, you want to talk about how you can benefit the brand.
Or how it can be an asset and things like that.
Because if you think about it, Dove don't need any of us in here.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So how can you benefit the brand if we were to make
Dove need me?
Yeah, if we wanted to add you to our Dove beauty campaign that's coming up for the end of summer. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I would start thinking of competitive advantages. Maybe you're big on skincare and you can show them how, like something Brie.
Yes.
Not as long.
And you offer this stuff though, right? A lot of people don't know. Like, aside from your brand and what you do in the community, you offer these gems, these tidbits. I know you've done a lot of webinars just helping people get to step one. Okay, I want to be an entrepreneurship. Like you've held, seminars on brand managing, and
You do your research.
I did do my
Look at
research.
you. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed. I love it. I mean, like I said,
Yeah.
I think you're a one-stop shop. I think you are a good blueprint to what it is to be an entrepreneur. You're not one fold at all. You're doing it all.
But I think that's how it should be. Like, I think a lot of times, especially in our community, I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but it's just real. Like, if I have the resources and I already got to level, I passed level 1, level 2, why would I not give the next resource to somebody else? Like, I'm not, I don't want to tell her where I got that from. It's not that deep, girl. I got this from this.
Do you
want so-and-so?
For all of us.
And like when I give like those free gems, even like this, like when we talking free gems, all this, when people watch this, that's free game.
Yes,
like,
it is.
I always tell people, I can give you the ingredients to bake the cake. It's up to you whether you're going to get in the kitchen and bake the cake.
Exactly.
I ain't about to hold your hand.
You like cake.
He tried it. I like cake too. So he tried it.
I'm mistaken potato.
That was the wrong example because I love cake too. So I'm like, you don't like
we just finished a lemon cake at my house.
How about that?
I think that's really good though, because that's what I feel we're lacking, especially women. We want to be so quick to, I ain't telling her this, or we only tell our friends. But I think if more of us had that mentality, you would see a lot more women of color in power and boss roles. But I think that's what you need. That's that one ingredient that what your dad was saying. Nobody can be Bria. Right. So I think that's what we're missing.
Even if you want to do Clorox, I can give you, because
girl, I do.
I know what makes me me is what makes me me. And what makes you you is what makes you you. You get what I'm saying?
Homie, I have a 4-year-old. Okay,
please,
so I could
clean
see
it
him.
up. Yes.
Anyway,
and Clorox will get it.
Now it does come to a point where it's like, when you want me to help you more one-on-one, then I'm gonna have to invoice you.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
And we should want to help our friends out monetarily as well.
At the end of the day, your business, thrives off of, income, right? So I think that in the Black community is we do have that. We always want free. We always want free.
In order to scale, you're gonna have to get away from that free mindset and actually pay a fee. Like, the biggest thing that I've learned being an entrepreneur, you have to continuously invest into yourself. Like, that free can only get you so far. If you really want to get to where you're trying to go, you're going to have to pay to play.
Invest,
period.
Invest.
So it's just like, that's going to webinars. Now, that depends. You got to be able to, like, I'm real big on that because a lot of people sell dreams. Well, everybody sell a dream to a certain extent. But it's like, you have to, that's where my discernment kick in.
Okay.
And my common sense. And I just, before I, like, if I see you on social media, I'm like, okay, I admire her hustle. But I'm like, let me be a little bit more observant.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't run across people that's charging an arm and leg for stuff, and it's stuff I already know.
Yes.
So it's like, why would I pay for, not knocking their product or service, like, why would I pay for that? But that's stuff
why
I already
would
know.
you pay for it? Yeah.
It's like, I already know that may help somebody else, but that's not gonna help me. It's like, and same with these brunches, especially for women. Baby, I'm past the inspiration stage. Show me how to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like,
execution.
Yes.
Yeah, that inspiration stage, that's cool when I was just starting out out of college, but inspiration ain't about to pay the bills, baby. So show me how to accurately run these Facebook ads so I can get my ROI back or whatever that may be. Like,
so with that being said, you've been in the game for quite some time, and obviously
not that long.
you've been in the game long enough.
I said young.
Yeah, you got your feet wet.
Well, she's not 22 anymore.
Catch up. You've been in the game, man. You've kind of got your bearings, and you have yet to reach your plateau, obviously. But give us a gem for the next generation, right? So the next male or female, but we're gonna specifically focus on the sisters because I don't think that we give y'all enough spotlight. But for the next young Black woman who sees what Bria Charlise is doing and says, "Hey, I have a dream. I want to do that." What would your words of wisdom be to that little girl?
I think I have two.
That little Black girl.
Right. I think I have two. I would just say, start small, but just start. Like, I feel like oftentimes everybody in this room has a really large vision of where they really want to be, but sometimes they get discouraged because they just like, dang, it's gonna take me this many years to get there, different stuff like that. Just start small. Like, let's say, for example, you want to be on America's Next Top Model, and you know you got what it takes. Start small. So if you're in high school, maybe see if your mom or really persuade your parent or guardian, hey, can I start getting some headshots? Can I start getting in front of the camera? Maybe your mom and daddy don't have money, but you got an iPhone, you got an Android. These kids nowadays, you got that $1,000 phone.
You got TikTok.
Start taking pictures. You get what I'm saying? Utilizing your social media. I always tell people too, create a hit list. So even you can do that. I still have a hit list. Maybe your top 5 brands you want to work with, and research those brands. Follow people that work at those brands. Like, we on our phones anyway, so you might as well do stuff that's gonna enhance your vision. You know what I'm saying? So follow those people. I only follow people that I know, like I rock with, that inspire me, or funny people. You know, stuff like that, because. I'm be honest. I don't want to see that inspiration stuff all the time. I want to laugh. You know, you gotta have a little balance. Yeah. But if you negative, you just do too much, I'm gonna unfollow you, because that's taken away from my vision. You know, I don't need any distractions. Tunnel vision. I gotta keep going. So I would just say start small, but start. And sometimes people like, how do you start? Just start somewhere. And I feel like everybody is different because it depends on your needs and wants. You know, the other thing I would say too is I always say just be yourself, but I realized I had to stop saying it because a lot of people don't even know who they are. So it's really hard to say, be you, be confident in the skin you're in, but a lot of people are not confident in the skin they're in. They may see me and I'm confident in the skin I'm in, but I still have my insecurities on things that I'm working on. So I've tried to refrain from saying that because, like I said, a lot of people don't know who they are. I know people that's in their 50s that still don't know who they are. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
So, I guess my second one would be,
fall in love with yourself.
Yeah, fall in love. Oh yeah, another thing. The second one is a lot of the stuff that you probably stressing over and stuff don't even matter. Stay focused. Like that little boy, don't matter. Like you can't.
Why gotta be little?
Yeah, why gotta be little boy?
Why gotta be little
the
boy?
The man, the gentleman.
Like he just a little boy. Ooh, a little boy.
Nappy
and
head,
I would say too is mindset is everything. Your perspective is everything. Like, instead of complaining, like I said, think about what you can learn from that situation. Right. So I know I've done that. Like, even with COVID, like I said, like at first I was like, dang, they messing up my money. But if you keep thinking negative, you're going to get yourself down. Or if you keep feeding into negative energy.
I'm a true believer in that. What you put out in the universe comes back.
So it's like,
absolutely.
Switch your mindset. Like, you're going to experience some type of pain in this life. I don't care how good of a person you are. You can be the person that don't even want to kill a bug. You still going to go through pain, you know, but look back and like, what can I learn from this? Like, it's something that you can learn from this. And always think too, whether if you're an entrepreneur or not, everything that you're going through is going to elevate you, and it's a lesson in that that's going to take you to the next step. So it's different character building, you know, skill sets. Like, even with COVID for me, instead of complaining about it, I'm like, okay, perspective, Bria. What can I learn from this? Okay, well, I can learn that I need to be maybe more adaptable when it comes to this
opportunity and everything.
Maybe I need to offer this service now that I can't meet with people in person. Maybe look at this. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like think about different stuff. Like, and everything that you're going through is character building. Like, people forget about, especially with our generation, they forget about the foundation. Their foundation is respect. It's integrity. It's character.
That means a lot.
All of that
means a lot.
And in order to continue to progress, you gotta always be a lifelong learner. So that's what I always tell people too. Always be a lifelong learner, especially us. We don't know everything. I don't care when I turn 75. I still don't know everything. It's something that I can learn from maybe somebody that's 26.
And I would say this. I'm real protective on my money, right? And I think that a lot of people are that way, right? I only invest my money into things that I have a connection with. So I think that you being an entrepreneur and you being genuine and you know, extending yourself in the community and just all these different avenues, a lot of people forget that, you know, you are the brand. Like, despite what you do from a product standpoint, you are the brand. So I don't care how much Tavia or the other women may love your earrings. I think that you as Bria sell your customers before your product does.
And I'm glad that you point. I know we probably got reference, but
No,
I'm glad that you pinpoint that too. A lot of people think too, like when you're starting out on a brand, or you may have a really, really, really dope product, but if people want to see who is that person behind that amazing product.
Right.
So if you notice, like even if you watch my Instagram stories, like I'm just waking up, I'm like, y'all, Summer Walker album about to drop, y'all. I am like, you know, it's like it's not even me just like putting on a show. It's just me being authentic.
There you are.
People have to buy into you in order to buy into your product. I'm not where Mac is. I'm not where Kate Spade is yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still building, and people want to know who is behind this brand. So when I can put a face and a name to the brand, and you're building that trust with them, because everybody that follow me is not my targeted audience. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? Some people peep, some people just nosy, some people support me, and some people is actually my clientele. But either way it goes, I'm not here to focus on it. I'm here to be me and just put out content and just share my story, my testimony, and just be true to myself. But that comes with a lot too, having that platform. So it's just like I'm learning as I go.
Right.
I ain't got all the answers. Sorry, y'all. Report back in 2 years.
You're doing a damn good job. I want to switch gears. You know, I put together a little short segment specifically for you. Yeah, just for you. I got some and chime in because you know he's off the dome. But I got some questions. We're gonna
QTA.
we're gonna do Ask Bria. Give me a drum roll.
Can I
Go live.
Okay,
We're gonna take a moment to ask Bria.
Oh, I thought she was already live.
I had stopped it because I didn't want them. You gotta be able to get the views on YouTube. You gotta reel me in a little bit.
Yes.
They can't get everything.
Reel me in.
Please tune in.
And then they can be like, okay, I want to watch the whole thing. That's views for y'all.
We appreciate you.
See, I appreciate you.
I got y'all.
Shout out.
We're gonna let you catch up too, because I
know I've been talking. I'm like, it's getting a little watery.
Shit, I was in the kitchen, you know, whipping up that thing.
Yeah, where's the
I'm
rest
doing
of that?
good. I'm doing good.
My
I'm trying to pace
My drink is
myself.
gone way long time ago.
How was the bartending service today?
Bartender,
It was exquisite. I'm gonna have
Shout
to
out to
hire
the bartender.
Exquisite.
No, like I think you need a degree.
I love whiskey sours too.
I know too. They really sweet though. Yeah, they have you all full.
I'm like,
Saturday.
what questions y'all about to ask? I feel like it's about to be
All right. We ready to go? All right. Ask Bria.
Ask Bria.
So Bria, you are relationship status. You are.
Oh my god! I knew this was coming.
She just said tunnel vision.
Look,
Oh my god!
You are single. Is that correct?
Single like a dollar bill.
Single like a dollar bill. All right. So.
With the glasses.
So from a fashion perspective, we're gonna try to gauge Bria's type. All right. So I'm gonna give you.
This is gonna be interesting.
I'm gonna give
From
you
a fashion perspective.
I'm gonna give you.
Okay, wait. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer. Never mind.
I'm gonna give you 3 options. All right, A, B, and C, and you just tell me which one.
Joggers.
Okay, wait. Before we start, I don't judge guys based on their style, because I know I can like boss them up.
No,
girl,
but
you gotta do it anyway.
I done met a lot of guys.
Yes.
Yeah, I can boss,
Y'all be
I can
needing
boss you
help.
up for sure. Like I done met a lot of guys where I'm just like, it's not it.
No.
But I'm like, I'm the wardrobe
be
architect.
fixed. Yes,
I
it
can
can be
fix
So
it up.
this is no judgment. This is just Bria walking down the street, and you know, Mr. Man is walking by you, and you know
he needs Jesus.
Nah, so we're gonna give 3 categories. We're gonna see what Miss Bria Charlise likes. So your style of man: A, business suit; B, athletic wear; C, business casual. Who is turning your head?
Can I see with a picture of them?
No, you can't see
For
no
500,
picture.
please.
No, you don't get no
I done
picture.
seen some guys with suits, and I'm like, you ain't
Okay,
cute though.
okay, but we're not talking.
Okay, style.
Well, just style. It's
Where
Bria
are
Charlise.
I'm visual. You gotta paint the picture.
Oh, gosh.
Come on, CP. You're supposed to be real.
You're
supposed to be real.
Are we at Uptown? Is this happy
You
hour?
are.
No, but you can't. No,
You are at the bar.
You
Can we do
can't
the
do
bar?
that because
This is unrealistic though, because I'm not gonna just judge a guy. Oh, he got a suit on.
this is no judgment.
Right, because
though.
he could be in a suit and
No,
be
but this is no judgment. But you
and
can't.
his suit can be not
No.
fitted. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Steve
Look at
Harvey from 2002.
Oh my
Steve
god.
Harvey,
Look,
like,
we got the producer in here shaking his head.
Okay, sorry.
All right, so there's an attire.
Don't put y'all suit on out there.
No, there's an attire for every occasion, right? Right.
So what's the occasion? She asked
Yes.
you what's the
But
occasion.
you can't do that.
Tripping.
If you put an occasion on it, then
Well, meet her halfway.
Come on, at the bar at Razoo's.
okay. A man approaches you at the bar. That's not fair because if he walks into a bar with athletic wear, she's gonna be like, hell no.
No,
Like,
why?
Just ask him a
If we
question.
at Razoo's, there's nothing wrong with a man walking in the way he is.
Oh
So
my god. Okay, walking. Look,
the way I say what we saying, oh my god.
you want Bria, Charlise, you on your lunch break. You walking through the park just trying to clear your mind. All right?
Park.
God damn, work with me.
Yeah, I'm not at no
Texas.
She ain't gonna be
Right.
thinking about us.
And she gotta go back to work after she done sleep.
Oh my
Come
God,
on.
y'all doing too much. Y'all making it-
Unrealistic.
You're not doing enough.
No, man. Here's your categories.
I said Razoo's bar.
No,
Lunch break.
Here's your categories.
Grab the bite to eat at
Business suit, athletic wear,
a man. A and B.
or business casual. Which one is catching your eye?
We at a park.
No, you're not nowhere. Just
Okay,
which one
sorry.
is catching your eye? When you got your arm with somebody, you want
On your lunch
a gym
From
gym
Louis
junkie,
Vuitton.
you want a business casual, you
Trying to
want
get an
Mr. Fortune
example.
500.
You see Romeo at the bar.
Yeah, it depends on where I'm at. Because if you got a suit on
He's at
and I got
Razoo's.
some joggers on with a little crop
Yeah,
top, I'm
women.
like, why you got that suit on?
Why is this so difficult? Look, we got the
Okay, okay,
producers.
okay,
we got the
okay,
producers
okay,
shaking
okay.
their
Let me
heads.
say
Okay, what's B?
A is
B. I heard A and
okay.
C.
A is business suit. B is athletic wear.
Like,
C
is
is
this
a baseball
shorts,
jersey
No,
or is it-
and
or is
gray
it joggers?
sweatpants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, is this gray sweatpants? 'Cause
You got on gray
I'm
sweatpants?
going
Eggplant.
with B.
Eggplant is that?
I'm going with B.
You going with B? Business casual.
No, to be honest, a lot of the guys that I attract, they're super laid back, so they most likely would have B on anyway.
Okay, so it's
So I'm gonna go with B.
B is what
There we
athletic
go.
wear.
Athletic,
All
yeah.
right, brothers, y'all better get in the gym.
Oh my god.
No.
Well,
for
them
real.
just like them tights of women where all of them work
Need
out.
to be wearing them black tights.
All of them
Lord.
don't work out. They just be in them, right?
Okay.
What
next,
y'all call them? Leggings.
Leggings.
next question. We're gonna go
Is
to
that right?
Brand since
Yes,
you
that's
have your
Okay.
correct.
experience.
That's correct, big homie. You
Hey,
did
hey.
good.
We're going to the next question. So, three choices. Pick your favorite, your top brand. Which one represents Bria Charlise the best? We're gonna say Louis Vuitton. We're gonna say Gucci. Or we're gonna say Prada. Which one is Bria Charlise leaning towards?
I'm gonna go with C for 500, please.
See, Prada.
Prada. 'Cause I feel like Gucci and Louis Vuitton, like it's cool. You know, to be honest, I'm really not a brand whore. If that makes sense. Like I can go to Ross and make a Ross outfit look pop, and I feel like that just goes with style. Like a lot of people be matching their designer stuff, and you still be looking
Right.
Toe
Boo
up.
boo.
boo boo. You hear me?
Okay.
So I'm
The
just
food.
like the food in all caps. Because I'm like, I'm gonna go with Prada though, because I feel like Prada, well, Chanel is top tier, but I feel like Prada is more exclusive.
Okay.
Like I feel like Louis Vuitton has not even just working there. It's kind of, I guess, in my opinion, like I think their bags is nice,
Everyday.
but it's just kind of like a lot of people have that. And me, I'm the type of person, I don't want that. So like I'm like, let me get the Prada bag.
Got it. I got a couple more. This is just
Okay, so
people-
I'm trying to envision myself. He said we was at the park. I'm with my guy. He got his business.
No, he got on athletic.
Athletic. I mean,
Athletic.
athletic wear, and I got my Prada bag. Where we at?
All right,
Prada bag.
next question. Again, people want to know who you are, right? So we're gonna dig into your personality. So, ideal date for Miss Bria Charlise.
Beautiful.
A
Beautiful.
is picnic in the park. B is helicopter ride over the city.
That's a good one.
Nice.
I ain't been
See?
on
Yeah,
none
is
of
this a
those.
bae or just
I ain't been on no
talking about?
helicopter.
Okay.
Take me on the helicopter.
Let's see.
All right, so
Is it a chopper?
Is it a Boeing?
Hold on.
Okay,
Wait a minute.
Let's see.
All right, so
Sorry.
A was. Well, I'm sorry. A is a.
Picnic in the park.
A is picnic in the park.
A little fancy. You gotta have my cocktail.
B
Cute.
is helicopter ride over
I
the
like
city.
that though. I like a
And
view.
C is dinner on the beach.
I'm gonna go D. All of the above.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I want B.
It is.
You want-
Put me in
Brand
the
new
sky,
size
boo.
draws.
I like all of them.
You
I
like
feel
all
like
of
it depends on the person too.
Yeah.
But okay, let me stop being difficult and choose. I'm gonna say
Helicopter ride, dinner on the beach, or
Picnic in the park.
in the park.
I'm gonna say dinner on the beach because I like to actually get in the water and swim, and then I love food too. So we knocking two stones out in
There
one.
you go.
Okay.
Smart woman.
Brothers, y'all listening?
And then I got my little swimsuit on
Oh,
too.
my
There you go.
All right, last question.
That was quick.
Bria, Charlise, favorite color?
Pink.
AKA. Come on.
That don't have nothing to do with Alpha Kappa Alpha
Okay.
Sorority
We'll pick these
Incorporated. I
questions
have
from
pink
you.
See
on
that
it.
or green?
We should have
what's the
definitely
options?
helped
What's
you.
the options?
No, this you tell
It was
me what your
open-ended.
favorite color
Oh, okay.
Pink.
What's the other question? This was fun.
This is what you want to keep going? Okay.
Did you make some
Oh,
more?
wait, it's
If
not-
you don't have any more, I can make some.
Okay.
It's time to go?
All
Okay.
No.
They looking like hurry up.
I got a question.
Okay.
I had a question
Yes, I've been
about.
waiting for you.
Yes.
No, I'm
I've been waiting for you.
Yes,
I've been waiting for you at the door.
No, I don't have anything that's out of pocket or anything. But
Stay in pocket.
Good, big homie.
I'm always in pocket though. I had a question about the retainer. How does that work with you?
So basically,
No, because that stuck with me earlier. I said,
You-
she get,
You cheap mother.
so basically, remember
you good?
basically, you remember when I said I set up where I give you like a customized package?
Yeah.
That's something that I would address in the consultation. To see like, hey, do you feel as though you would probably want to just work with me maybe on this one-time basis, or
Right.
based on the conversation, I know how to
Right.
gauge the conversation. And then based on what you tell me from that consultation, your needs and wants, then I'll give you my pricing in that consultation follow-up. It's just a PDF, like I said, the guys or women too, they go in and they accept it or they decline it. But
Right.
whatever the amount is, let's say for example, you want to do like a little test run. I typically do 6, 9, and 12 months. So let's say for example, you wanted to do 6 months. Whatever, based on your needs and wants, based on your lifestyle and the type of guy that you are. Let's say for example, that retainer is $3,000.
Okay.
Then we divide that $3,000 up by 6, and that will be your monthly payments, and then it'll be on auto pay.
But I guess so. This is what I guess is what I'm asking. Are you providing styles each month, or we?
Right.
That's what I
Right.
want to know.
So basically, like I said, depending on your needs and wants, like one guy that I had, like he had a lot of events coming up, so that worked out every month. Every client is different. I've even started trying to get like really creative by doing like monthly modules where it's like visual. So it's just like, hey, we met up on this time, but let's go back and talk about for this week. Let's talk about body types. So I'll go over, it's 3 different body types. I'll go over the body types and I'll tell you like, hey, this is your body type. These are the stores that complement you best. Because remember, I'm educating you because after the 6 months,
You're on your own,
you're on your own. I mean, you can always come back and re-enroll. I mean, not re-enroll because that's not school, but you can always come back, but it's just like, I want you to be prepared. Not only am I providing a service, I want you to be educated. So that way when you do leave, you can shop for yourself. So let's say, for example, me and you were to work and you want more like business casual, business professional clothes. So we'll set up a timeline collectively and we'll go over, and then like each week I've started, like I said, with COVID, since I've been having more time, like doing online modules. So it's like, it's at your convenience. So you go in, you log in, like, hey, this is your module for the month. We're talking about body types and we're talking about colors that's best fit for you and for the seasons that's upcoming too, because a lot of people miss that too. It's very important. It's really a science to this. A lot of people, olive might look good on him, but an olive might not look good on you because y'all skin tones is completely different.
Right.
Also with your body types, a lot of people.
Red.
He was
actually
good in
burgundy.
blue.
Burgundy will look really good on you.
Mr. Kool-Aid
I
Man.
feel like a
yeah, like those neutral colors will look really good on.
Look at you selling him already. Look, he gonna go buy a burgundy shirt next week.
I know he like Bria said, go get a burgundy shirt. Let me go.
That was free too.
I do
Free
like
game.
burgundy.
I'm gonna invoice you afterwards.
I do wear burgundy.
I'm gonna invoice you
Michael
afterwards.
Ford
Yeah,
shirt,
I
he
wear a
went
lot
blue
of-
with the red.
I wear a lot of earthy colors and neutrals. That's what I
Earthly
look. I
colors.
like that stuff. Yes.
But yeah, so like earth tone colors will look good for you. So like those olives, like those oranges, those not like bright orange, obviously. But like
It won't be.
It won't be. But stuff like that. So based on your needs and wants, we'll go from that. So I've even started like implementing like worksheets. So it's not really homework, but it's just notes for you. Like the outline is like kind of like a note for you to like, you know, be able to have that for your reference.
Go back real quick. You said body types.
Yes.
How's that going to change from each month? Or you like giving tips like, hey, you need to go and trim down if you want to be in this color or something?
No, so basically knowing how to identify your body type. Like I said, that goes into knowing which brands to shop for. Like I said, for example, with your body type, for example, a Hugo Boss brand, if you're looking for a suit particularly, it's not going to be your store. Obviously, like stores like Zara, different stuff like that won't be.
Never been in there ever.
Yeah, so you won't go there because they don't cater to. That's more so like a German brand, for example, Zara. So everything like those European German brands, those brands that's in another like country, like they're very tailored. So I wouldn't even set up anything for you to go there. Maybe you, for example, but it also depends on what you are seeking
into.
Yeah, because I know guys, your body type.
You know.
Yeah, I know.
Like
I know
baseball,
guys that's your body type that don't like those super tailored cut, you know, different things like that. So that's what I learned on the
chiseled as
consultation.
I am.
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. This is
Yeah.
Ask Bria.
Kids are us.
Kids are us.
All right, one more question before we wrap. Ask Bria. Bria, we're gonna give you an opportunity to sum yourself up in 2 words.
2 words.
Wow.
Oof.
Who is Bria Charlise? For everyone who is listening, everyone who is watching, that has no idea who you are, but they have learned who you are today. In 2 words, what defines you?
My first word would be unpredictable. Only reason I say unpredictable because I'm like a I don't know if this is a good analogy, but like a hurricane. You don't know how hard it's gonna hit till it hit. But I say unpredictable really because it's like people never know what's to come from me. Like I like to keep people on their toes, whether if it's, you know, people with my brand wise, or even when it comes to my man, I'm keeping you up on my toes, so I expect the same thing back. The second word would be oh yeah, look at y'all like
Wait
we on
our toes.
The second word, introspective.
Okay.
And I say that because like I'm very bubbly, I'm very cool, like goofy, but I have a very like deep side to me. Like I'm very like I'm the type of person I want to know what makes you you. You know, like I love to dive deep. I love to like see the inner part of people. You know, like I know a lot of people look at the outer appearance, but I'm like, forget all that, because when we turn 50, you ain't gonna look like that.
Right.
Especially when it comes to relationship, I want to know like what makes you you. Like I love like those deep conversations. It don't even have to be on a lovey-dovey type stuff.
Right,
you know?
right.
I just want to know what makes you you. Like I just want to know that way, because when I have those conversations, those adult conversations, I'm able to understand you better. And I feel like another thing that's challenging in our, I guess, not society, but not even community. A lot of people don't know how to communicate. But it's like, for example, if you don't know how to communicate, but I'm gradually pulling those layers back, because at the end of the day, it's a building relationship. You got to build that trust with somebody. You're peeling those layers back. And now I'm like, okay, well, that's why she act like that. That's why he act like that. And now I know how to handle you, or vice versa. Right. I know to be a little bit more patient with you, because you need a little bit more tender love and care, you know. But then I know you is a fool, so I need to keep you up on your toes, and I need to like nurture you in a different way. Right. You get what I'm saying? It's all about like understanding that person's love language. And when people say love language, it's not always, like I said, lovey-dovey. it's really just understanding that
How
person
they
better.
tick.
Yeah.
So I would say for 500, unpredictable and introspective. 2 words that describe me. Y'all thought I was about to say something basic like hustler, boss. Cheers.
Cheers to boss shit. Nah, man, great conversation.
Yes, great
I've
combo.
definitely enjoyed
This was fun.
you blessing the studio with your presence today.
Was I being too extra? On a
Nah,
scale of 1 to 10,
absolutely.
how extra am
No,
I?
you
Y'all, on a
just
scale
like
of
You
1
a
to
Bria
10,
girl. That's
how
all you
extra
can
am
be.
I?
Nine-ish.
you were you.
Nah,
Nah,
you
you
were
were
you.
you, and I think
Absolutely perfect.
Shout
that's
out
what
to
I
Foreign
appreciate.
Closet and
Shout out to-
7.
Shout out to Foreign Closet. Shout out to 7. Thank you, Bria, Charlise, for blessing us with your presence on today's show again. You're an entrepreneur. You're a motivator. You're an influencer.
Somebody said 10 on the comments.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Don't do that.
you're-
Don't let me
Don't do
pull
that,
up on you and
boo-boo.
tell them.
you're
Don't let me pull up on you when I leave here, baby. Did you cook?
Pull up.
pull up.
Did you cook?
You're a trendsetter, man, and like I said, I think that you are creating a blueprint that is going to be very well received by the next generation to model. So kudos to you. Obviously, we know this isn't the last chapter for Bria
invite me
Charlise.
back.
Yeah, no,
Y'all
yeah,
invite me back.
yeah,
For
yeah.
sure.
I'm gonna have my new suit on. Too.
Wear it.
From
Foreign
me.
Closet.
From me, right?
Foreign Closet.
Yeah.
Custom.
All right, now, if I finally got
Custom
another
suit.
suit and it wasn't from me, then
No,
we're going
I
to have some
need. I
issues.
actually need some more suits.
Sponsored by yours truly.
Okay.
All of my great.
That's all
in your
custom,
older years,
baby.
You don't
I
know
got
how
you
you're
too.
gonna look. You know, I am in the part of my older years.
I'm
I
gonna
have
do it. I'm gonna
expanded
do it.
just a little
God.
bit.
Heat rises.
But no,
The
shout out
heat and rolls.
to
This
Bria
case.
Charlise, man. Again, thank you for blessing us with our presence. But
Thanks for having
we
me.
can't wrap up the show without our segment of Dear Black People. So you've watched the show, you know what time of day it is. Dear Black People is our opportunity to address the viewers, the listeners with anything that is on our mind, in our hearts, or on our souls. So we're gonna let the guest of honor kick it off first, Miss Bria Charlise. Dear Black People.
Okay. Dear Black people, I would say, even if you don't love the skin that you're in, find something that you love about yourself. It could be as simple as loving your little eyeballs. Just focus. I feel like self-love is the best love. Once you really, really, really capture that and you really enhance on that, then you can love others, you know. I ain't gonna get biblical on y'all, but you know the second commandment is you say you gotta love others like you love thyself. But if you don't love yourself, you can't love others. And I realize a lot of people, they don't love themselves, so they can't love me. So I would just encourage everybody just to take a moment. This is the perfect time with COVID. It's not that many distractions out there. Take time to focus on you. Take time. I don't care if you married. I don't care if you got 8 kids. I don't care if you, whatever it may be, you always should, you know, take that time out to really focus on you. That could be working out. That can be whatever it may be. Find time to really love yourself and be great.
Love it.
Love it.
All right.
Drops the mic.
I like that.
Miss Tavia, go ahead.
Okay. Dear Black people, check your attitude at the door. I feel like what we've learned from this conversation is that it doesn't matter what you're selling, what you have. If your attitude is jacked up, I don't want it. So I feel like us as Black people, especially us as Black women, we need to make sure that our attitude is checked at the door. Everybody is going through something. But if you don't have that attitude, if you're not welcoming, if you're not outgoing, if you don't, like Bria just said, loving yourself, your attitude is going to carry. And no one wants that around them. So I feel like we should have a great attitude, be appreciative of what we have going on, and put a smile on your face. You have more things to be happy about. You have more things to be appreciative about. You are alive. You woke up this morning. So check your attitude at the door. And we'll be blessed.
Facts. Let me take it. Dear Black people, I think it's not only important to invest in yourself, but I would say invest in us. Invest in the cause. Invest in the culture. We all have our independent, business ventures going on, and obviously we want the support of the Black community, even outside the Black community. But I think in in before I can ask the Black community to support me, I have to support the Black community. So with everything that's going on, I love this whole, Black Lives Matter. I love the, keeping our dollars Black. I love that. I've seen all the, Black owned restaurants pop up, all the business owners. I've actually personally, I've canceled my pest control service. I hired a Black pest control service. I canceled my lawn service. I hired a Black owned lawn service. So I'm trying to keep my money
That's your cousin, really.
I'm trying to keep my money Black. But again, that old saying, it takes a village. So, again, step outside of your independent goals and independent, dreams, and make sure that you're being the support to your people the same way that you want them to support you. So, not invest in yourself, but invest in us. Black people, I love you.
Okay.
Best
I wouldn't say best.
Always.
I don't know. I would never
Top
say
tier.
best. No.
Upper echelon.
Top shelf.
No, she's actually brilliant.
Yes.
And our last 2 weeks of guests have been very inspirational.
Facts.
And it makes everybody want to go back to the drawing board.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And say to yourself, what can I do better?
Absolutely.
And the entire time I think I've been here listening to you speak along with everybody else's comments, I kept thinking about, my dear Black people, is going to piggyback off yours. Just being unique. It's okay to be unique and be yourself, even if you don't know who that person is. Stay in your lane. Everybody has a lane. You don't have to be like everybody else. And I think that resonates with me because I always felt like I wanted to be like everybody else, and I wasn't. I always looked different, and I always thought different from a lot of people. But that's fine, and that's just okay. And so I think during these times, like we have mentioned, this is a good time to try to work on some of those skills to try to figure out who you are, what it is that that you feel like you want to do. What are you passionate about? What do you feel like you can do that would be impactful and fulfilling to you? This is a good time. It's a really good time for that, and I think that kind of resonated with me today. While Miss Bria was talking, and not only that, last week as well, man. It's definitely not a time to sit on your ass, So it was very inspirational. I appreciate you coming on the show today. That was so much different from my life, so much different from it because I don't give a shit about no clothes. At the end of the day, well, I like to look nice. I like my clothes, but we don't look at it.
They don't.
Yeah,
they don't really care about that. They good on just putting on some sweatpants, some basketball shorts, call it a day.
And some of us really think we doing a do. Yeah, I look nice, and she was like,
"Do you?
Do you think you look nice?" So
I do want to add on something else.
Go ahead.
Sorry, this is the last thing I'm sorry. I do this. I guess in addition to what you had said, I think this time COVID is going to produce a lot of purpose for a lot of people. I know for myself, I got this B. Most people think it stands for Bria, but it stands for Billionaire Bria.
Bullshit.
Come on now. You got to manifest what you want in your life. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get to the $1 billion yet.
What is that, 2 B's?
One.
Billionaire Bria. Nope.
You said Billionaire Bria.
There's no space.
Bria, no space.
Oh, okay.
No space.
But I'm like, yeah, so I feel like this time is going to produce a lot of purpose for a lot of people. A lot of people are going to leave inspired, despite all the negative that's going on. I feel like a lot of people are going to be able to learn from this, whether if you're an entrepreneur or not. And yeah, this is going to be a next wave of people. Now, when people say you really see who been working, you're going to really see who been working. And this don't even have to do with business. Working on thyself, working on your business, working on your relationship with your family. Before COVID, I used to be so busy, but now it's just like, now I get time to focus on my family. Like, that's really important. Like, that's
in the moment.
Yeah, that stuff money cannot buy. Like, I already lost my dad, so I'm really like, okay, COVID, like, okay, you only got one more parent. So really make sure you hone in on with your mom, even your grandparents. Like, if you're watching this too, like, check in with them. They said they gotta stay in the house, So it's just like check in with everybody, and check in on your mental health. That's another thing too, because these are trying times. So yeah,
I'm almost glad it happened. I am,
Perfect
man,
storm.
because
Talk
it
about
made
it's a
us
reset.
reset.
Yes,
It
it's
made
a
us
perfect
reset. We were so
Yes.
busy and caught up in ourselves
Our
that we
Monday.
forgot about the simple, and I don't want to call it simple things, but the basic stuff.
Yeah, that's
Checking on
important.
people and caring about one another, and
Mhm.
quit walking by people and just assuming everything is all right. And
Right.
and now now that all those distractions gone, we get to see things that not only our kids are going through, but other grown-ups and coworkers and family members are going through, man.
Right.
And it gave us a chance to reset and say, hey, maybe I need to start getting outside and walking more.
Right.
You know, so I won't have any trouble getting styled.
Is that a link?
Right. Yes, I got you.
Get
When
it
we
linked.
get
Facts.
so yeah, thanks.
No,
Hey.
This is great.
we appreciate you. Let's go around the table, man. As usual, there's going to be a lot of questions, a lot of follow-ups. Bria, this will not be the last time you join us on the studio, but I know right now, my email is going to be thumping the next couple of days. I'm gonna have a lot of questions for Bria, but we went ahead and put your contact information. Let the people know, how they can, where they can find you, how they can get in touch with you.
Yes. So my main social media platform is Instagram. You can follow me at I am Bria Charlise. That's IAM Bria BRIA Charlise CHARLISE. And then that's my website. If you want to contact me, that leads to my email. If you want to book, all that, it's all on the website. If you can't find it, just shoot me an email or shoot me a DM. I'm very personable. So yeah.
Facts. We do have a gift for you from the Talk to Me Nice cast.
No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I like
We-
it's pink.
We do have a gift for you. You can choose to open it on camera or not. It's
the ingredients to the drink.
Yes, I feel
it's up to you. Queen, let them know where they can find you.
You guys can find me on Instagram at Artavia, and that's ART.A.VIA. So you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, Artavia Rochelle, or Snapchat, Artavia.H.
They like, next time I need a pencil and a notepad.
Yes. Be prepared next time.
That was like Bria. That was like Bria's was easy.
That's why I need to join social.
I'm glad he got that up so I can remember.
Big homie, let him know.
On Instagram, it's Big Von 78. On Facebook, it's Von Solo, and on YouTube, it's the Von Solo Experience, and also the Talk to Me Nice YouTube channel.
Facts.
You got your own YouTube channel?
No, well, we have.
Yeah.
Well, I do
The
too,
Von
but
Solo
it's the Von Solo
It's the whole
Experience.
I'm like solo.
It's a whole.
By yourself.
Well, not like
You
that.
got
It's
time.
some more
Tune
geeky
in.
stuff that go in with that. So
It's like BET Uncut, though.
not actually. No, not really. It's more like Star Wars mixed with Boys in the Hood. If you know anything about both, yeah, it's more like that.
Oh man,
yeah, it's really some nerdy shit
I
that's
don't
tied
even know
on
about
the
Star
internet.
Wars like that, but I know about.
May the fourth be with you.
Well, that's what the solo part. It don't have nothing to do with nothing else. I promise you.
shout out to Poke Fit. He's not here this week, man. But we love you, Chris. We'll see you next week.
Hey, Chris.
But y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy CP the Real. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, CP_the Real, one word. Same thing on Facebook. And as Big Homie mentioned, man, make sure y'all check out the YouTube channel, Talk to Me Nice. Y'all catch all the visuals to the audio. So if you're riding in the car, check us out on Apple, Spotify. If you're in front of the computer and you want some entertainment, man, check us out on the YouTube channel. But please share with a friend, comment, man. We appreciate y'all feedback. Fan interaction, audience interaction is big for us, man. So we here week in and week out. We're gonna have amazing guests like Bria, Charlise, every other week. But we also gonna get to the nitty gritty, man. We're gonna talk about the shit that y'all want to talk about, man. So again, topic suggestions, fire away in the inbox, man. But hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. We enjoyed, speaking with y'all today. Again, Thank you for being on the
Thanks,
show.
guys, for having me. It was fun.
Round of applause for Miss Bria, Charlise.
Yes.
Also, y'all gotta invite me back.
No,
We will, girl. We'll make sure. I'll make
definitely
sure.
invite you. I want you to hold up. I want you to hold up the shirt, though. You know what I mean?
Shirt.
Yeah, we got.
Okay.
You know,
You want me to stand up too?
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
stand up,
model
you know.
it, girl.
Yeah, we got a
Okay.
plug. You know what I mean?
Okay, shameless. Okay.
Yeah, shameless plug. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know,
So we have a wonderful.
You know,
the quality of the fabric.
ring
is great.
spun cotton. You know what I mean?
Really.
That's not bamboo,
Seems
but
to
it's
be
okay.
handpicked from Mississippi.
Cute.
And it's fitted.
There you
girl.
go.
Like, this ain't now. Look, usually I get little big t-shirts. I got
Little gilding. I ain't no gilding.
Yeah,
That ain't chick cut, is it?
Yeah, it
It's
is.
like it go like
I
that.
That's a
already know
ladies'
how I
ladies'
work
cut.
early. I'm gonna have to take a picture with it.
Facts.
Nice.
Facts.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's 100%
Cute.
Mississippi cotton.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So you are officially a member of the Talk to Me Nice
Yes.
family.
Hey.
Y'all should have like a reunion.
Facts.
That look like we ain't doing all that.
Fact.
One
Now,
day.
now we're gonna have a lot.
Only if Terrence wants us.
Yeah.
Right, Terrence?
Now, shout out to the producer Terrence J, man.
TJ.
The man behind the
Radio
camera
Therapy Network.
who allows us to have this platform week in
Very
and week
therapeutic.
out. Radio Therapy Network,
Yes.
a black-owned
Come
business.
on now.
Black-owned business. So he's offering voices and platforms
Yes,
to the African American community. Anyone that has a voice or wants to get the word out. So shout out to Terrence J and Radio Therapy Network.
Thank you.
But that's our
TJ.
show for today. Y'all know what it is, man. Talk to me nice. We out.